What do you say?
That's why I say
You got that?
I learned from my mother. Yeah, she's a very good cook.
I learned to cook from her, so she taught me everything because she was like the top chef in the town where we were from, so.
Now she's the top chef.
Top chef, that's it. I used to always watch my mom cook because I mostly, raised with her until I was like 11.
Mom's cooking, then she'll usually like rice tours and some sort of meat, either chicken or what else do you make? Like pork, beef. We're all in the living room and then she'll tell us dinner's ready and then like one by one we'll all just get in here and we're all eating dinner together.
My mom's single mom, she was trying to do things that were quick and convenient, pre-packaged vegetables and things that were just ready to use. I have to give credit to Kirk too. I know he's waiting for it. I know he was waiting for it. And his family, like they did, everything was homemade. Everything was made from scratch. I picked up a lot of, the chopping up your own vegetables and all of that stuff from him.
It was something that my mom always, insisted that we learn how to do. And it would be something simple like, hey, cut up the vegetables for me, or hey, the meat's on the stove. Keep an eye on it for me.
I think in the Haitian culture, it's a very domestic idea where females do a lot of the domestic things, whether it's specifically cooking or taking care of the house.
Men don't usually do the cooking, and I have a boy, so I'm kind of raising him the same way, which is a big mistake.
Maybe for the older generation, it's been primarily women, but a lot of men in my life do cook, like my uncle or my dad.
No, I can
just
half it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Then somebody, some negociat couve with the tray.
If somebody doesn't like collard greens, then you could take it out. There's like this really fine line between like wanting to appreciate my culture and recognize for what it is, and like the idea of like gender roles and like trying to like combat that. So wanting to serve people, like that hostess space, like that is something that I really enjoy, no matter where I am. I could be in somebody else's house and they're like, this is my house. I'm like, yes, but I can't help it. Like I want to assist. It's a way to like show love and care. My brothers are always saying like, hey, when are you going to learn how to make cachupa? Because, one day you're going to be the one to make it. I'm like, and you too.
And they do extend into, like the back, like here, they extend out just a little bit. But
after you make it for years, you almost don't have to measure. It's all about the feel. It's in the hand.
Every Sunday we do our Jamaican dish. It's like a routine to cook the rice and bean on a Sunday. The callaloo and the fried dumplings. My mom do that in the morning for us for breakfast. Mostly Sundays too.
On Sundays, you'd cook early in the morning before you go to church and come home and finish it. Now it's either you're going to church or you're not going to church that day. Back at home, it wasn't really an issue because Sunday was dedicated to relaxing.
The arroz, the one with guandules, with the pigeon piece, is my favorite.
And I really like it more than the regular beans, pinto beans, red beans, whatever. You have to turn it around because you don't want it to get sticky yet. Eventually it will. Cuando viene visita, if she has company coming over, friends, family from other states. Thanksgiving. Y Christmas.
So the smell that you're smelling now, I could be upstairs and I'm like, oh God, it's gonna be cachupa. Okay, 6 hours. I'm really not gonna try to eat anything right now. Every house has a secret hand. Like there's something in our cachupa that you're not gonna know. Yeah, she says she makes it just like her mom. It's like love on a plate. You're saying like, I really care for you and I want you to feel full and I want you to feel the things that I put in this pot for you. What comes to your mind when you eat cachupa? Like what do you remember?
Yeah, I go back home and just travel.
When we first got here, we used to live in New York. There's a lot of Dominican stores there. The big transition is In the art, like for the main things like cilantro, onions, and anything that has to do with veggies, you actually get it fresh like every day. Because over there now, you don't have electricity all the time. We don't have time to do it all the time, like every day, so my mom just blends it in. And a lot of family, like I have talked to friends and stuff, and they do the same thing, so it's convenience, it's faster, you know. But that's some of the little things that have changed.
Here, like, you don't find a specific store designated for Jamaican cuisine. So what we have to go out to do is find different cultures closer to us. Sometimes we'll even find things in the Chinese stores that we wouldn't expect. I'm used to like going to my house in Jamaica and you have everything that you need to survive in life out there. Yeah. And now it's like if you don't have the money to buy what you need here, it's really not gonna happen for you.
Peppers. I will give you some peppers.
We used to do this thing in Jamaica, they call it run a boat. I would have an ackee tree in my yard, so I would bring ackee, and then you know somebody might have flour, they would bring that. We would just kind of create like this potluck, and you know we'd all cook.
It was like a means of survival in a way too.
Pulling your resources together basically, and everybody eats.
My mom's the main cook, so my other aunts, they don't really cook that much. However, they do support, so they'll either bring what they would like, my mom would cook it, or they'll put money towards what we would be making. We help each other in that way.
Potatoes were just as communal because, you know, I remember passing the potatoes, and many families were sharecropping families, so they had a whole lot of children so they could have a whole lot of help. We often had meals that would have 2 starches so that you fill them up because you didn't have a lot of meat. They had to feed them something that would get them over the night and then have them work the next day.
Cachupa was like kind of like a principal dish. It was like a main dish that you could eat every day. So you prepare it, it'd be heavy, it'd keep you full, keep you sleeping, like equivalent to a baby. You know, you fill them up and you hope that they nap forever. So you take the corn, you remove it, you put it in the pilon, and you smash it and smash it and smash it. It is difficult.
Por fácil. Oh, no.
So I tried it with someone else, but it's like a rhythm, so you have to have a back and forth. I could not catch that rhythm for the life of me.
From cooking chicken a lot, just to take the skin off.
The way we season, the way we wash our stuff, like people would just go to the market, like I'm talking about people from here, and just put the meat under the water, just wash it like that. We don't do that.
Because they say back in the days, like we didn't have like refrigeration, so once we get the chicken, we have to do all that. So you know what I'm saying, to keep it like the way like fresh, to kill all the bacteria.
They take even longer in Haiti.
So I guess that's a way in which it's changed, right? Technology, in the way, I know, there's no leña here. There's no wood here. There's literally gas. And so that's more helpful, right? Prepared, you have a pressure cooker, which helps speed up the process, right? And you're not literally physically going to pick all of the pieces. You can go to the store and pick them. So the advantages of technology have made cachupa an easier dish to produce, but still takes a long time.
Galinha bota criel. Not now, not
I know, but that's such a great way of putting it. She's like, yeah, if you wanted chicken, you would raise it first. Right at the end, I guess it's like her little trick. She just fries the onion and puts it at the end when the cachupa's done, just to give it a little sensation, a little flavor of the onion.
We sort of were known as a family that really, really loved each other because we used to laugh with each other so much. Dinner table was very jovial. I have great memories of childhood. And it was a lot of fun in a segregated South.
Cape Verde is like such an interesting place because of all the influences of like enslavement. Even through all of that, still created home, right? And took pieces and said like, this is what we'll create, and we'll create cachupa. It's one of those dishes that reminds you that like, I can still create love out of like the smallest thing.
This dish helps me remind myself of my roots. I was born here. I feel like I'm very Americanized. Eating this helps me like remind myself of who I am and where my family comes from. Like my grandma, she's teaching me things that she learned when she was my age. And I feel like that's really important because she's passing down something to me that I can pass it down to my siblings and pass it down to my kids.
Some people say cachupa,
Manchupa.
Some people say manchupa. Some people say kachup. And even the spelling is different.
I remember when I was younger, my mom would send me to school with certain things, and kids would look at it like, "What is that?" I'm like, my mom sent me some chicken foot, or like things I was so accustomed and used to eating on the regular.
I have an aunt in New Jersey who everybody wants her to make the potato salad. Someone else will make it with the same exact ingredients. She can stand there and tell them what to put in it. It does not taste as good as hers.
Every time she makes it, she makes sure that she calls enough people, because she says, I need people to come in to eat all of this. Otherwise, we'll be eating for the whole week.
And so I took a can of green peas, because those are peas to Americans, and I added them into the rice, and it was just, he made fun of me for that.
They taught me everything I know. Okay, Bashara.
The truth be told.
Yes.